Compass FM, Community Replay.
Very fine voice of North Canterbury popping on to Compass FM every Thursday morning. Throughout this entire year, we've had a chat with Robyn Bristow, Managing Editor at North Canterbury News. Kia ora, Robyn. Welcome back to Compass.
Good morning.
How's it all going?
Pretty good, yes. We're sort of on the homeward stretch with one more paper to go and for the year.
And that is...
we have a wee break.
Is this the edition, this edition that we've got now? We've got one more next week, do we?
Well, one more next Thursday,
Okay.
December 19. And then it's a wee break and we'll be back 6th of January.
All right, but we won't be chatting to you next week. The paper will just come out. So this is the final chat for this morning, Robyn. And I'd just like to say that it's been absolutely wonderful having an engagement between two local media organisations that actually do work very, very well together. And a wonderful combo. Thank you for your support all through the...
Thank you for your support. It's been fantastic. And as you say, we are local. We have staff, most of whom are locals as well.
Yeah.
And I think it makes a huge difference to the product.
I think it does, absolutely, because on the front page of the North Canterbury News, Santa has arrived in North Canterbury. He's been pretty busy in the last wee while. Got plenty of photos for the Kaiapoi and the Rangiora Santa Parade.
Absolutely, both of which were fantastic, and you were involved a lot in the Rangiora one, I know, but the Kaiapoi one and its new residents, really, and the part there went off very well as well.
In fact, the entire Saturday went off so well in Kaiapoi.
Yep.
Just the buzz out of the river town was just absolutely fantastic. Hey, one of the stories that we got on the front page is Satisfied Food Rescue. We have been supporting Satisfied Food Rescue as well as a whole bunch of others have as well.
Yes.
This is an amazing story. Tell us.
Yeah, so Satisfied Food Rescue does exactly that. It rescues food that would otherwise make its way to landfills. And this year they have rescued over 1.6 million kilograms of food.
Wow.
The equivalent of 4.5 million meals. And that's picking up stuff, from supermarkets. And they took on an extra 7 supermarkets this year and extended a little bit into Christchurch, but most of it is across Waimakariri and Huranui districts. And they supply all this rescue food to food banks right throughout that area. And it's just been amazing what they've done, and they do such a great job.
I'm actually on page number 2 at the moment, so I'm not looking at the numbers. Can you just tell me what that number, how many tons have been...
1.6 million kilograms of food, which is equivalent to 4.5 million meals.
Oh, I'm not really allowed to say that word on the radio. Blimmin' heck, that is amazing, because that just would go into a landfill somewhere and just rot away and cause all sorts of... Wow, Satisfied Food Rescue, go.
As it says, it works transferring what could have been waste into hundreds and thousands of nutritious meals, and they've grown, and they now reach even further into the Christchurch region and up as far as Kaikoura. And they partner with 50 recipient organisations, including food banks, community meal providers and schools, delivering, as they say, meaningful change to over 200,000 people per year, which is incredible.
It's amazing when times get tough. Tough people stand up and help out those that do sometimes need some help. And let's face it, when you're under stress, it doesn't matter whether you're a judge or a road sweeper, you can need help no matter where you go. I would like to address the page number 2, because this is a story that has been going on for a number of years in North Canterbury, but credit where credit is due. Environment organisations have thanked the four-wheel drive community from not being on the Ashley Rakahurti for Crate Day.
Yes, they didn't turn up. They all keyed of the pleas and the work that a group, and that wasn't just four-wheel drive group, but it was led by one in particular who started the Crate Day up the Ashley River, and he said, let's stay away and we'll do it after these birds have finished nesting. So whether that happens later in February, I'm not sure, but they didn't turn up on Saturday, and I believe some of them may have moved to Waimakariri, but I guess that will be addressed. There was a small number at the Akuki River, but they drove off and headed home when there wasn't anybody to go driving with. And so they're all all these groups that have been involved, such as the Ashley Rakahuri River Care Group and the Department of Conservation, are saying thank you to these guys for heeding their concerns about these rare birds and their nest, their little birds. And so it's been a fantastic all round. And the council, of course, got involved too. And Dan Gordon had organised a meeting of the various groups, including police and community board, etc. And they sort of hammered out what they'd like to see happen, and it was up to everybody to see if it did. And so it's been a great community outcome.
Compromise, cooperation. I think I've been telling my kids to do that for their entire lives, and it would appear as if some of that has actually come to fruition here in North Canterbury. I think it's a great idea. But this particular story here, page 3, a Woodend resident in the path of the Woodend bypass is getting a wee bit frustrated as the property negotiations go sour. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they just seem to be dragging on, and which is pretty unfair for these guys, really. He's one of 6 in this particular area, which is just north of the Pegasus roundabout, and it just seems to be going on, and every time they think they've got something, the biggest beef now is over the valuation, and of course this land is being taken through the Works Act, of course. So they do have to sell out, really. But when you can't come to an agreement over the property value, it's pretty poor, and it just seems to be dragging on. And a particular outfit called the Property Group is involved in this particular one with Paul Hoagland, and he's had enough. He's missed out on 2 properties that he's really had been keen to buy, but he couldn't sell that, so his property there. So he's getting pretty frustrated and angry, and so I don't know how much longer it will go on. We couldn't get hold of the Property Group. David Hill, local democracy reporter. So on it dragged. For these poor people in the path of this Woodend bypass, it's not good enough.
An unsettling and stressful time for the affected landowners, and basically, Paul, by the look at it, Paul Hoagland, they're arguing about $80,000, and my God, this is going to be how many million, hundreds of millions of dollars, exactly. $80,000 for one. Sort it out, for God's sake. 13 minutes to 9. Robyn, again, thank you so much for coming on to Compass FM every week on a Thursday morning. I think we should continue this tradition next year. What say you?
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I shall be here. I'll carry on.
I think I will be too, Robyn. I think I will be too. It's been a pleasure working with you. Merry Christmas to you and all the team at North Canterbury News. We'll catch you next year.
Thank you so much.
Compass FM.